get things started in this one. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. The Mustangs will put toe together and will get started. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Memphis Tigers offense takes the field to start this game off. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
The quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game, so who do you look for? The tight end, and there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter, but over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. At the 40, there he goes. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that. Memphis wants to move quickly.
They get a huge gain on that toss play, and this running back, when he's got the ball in space, watch out. You see when he's out in the perimeter of the field, he's able to pick his spots. He can make people miss. He's got a bevy of moves. Way to generate the explosive play.
They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Quarterback on the keeper. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull... rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding and in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush.
Offense getting set for first down. They'll try the run. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Corner showing press. They want to be physical here. Now from inside the red zone. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance. The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. The play action fake. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires on the move. He makes a grab. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
He's knocked down in the backfield, he'll lose a couple. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Pushes ahead. Into the end zone he goes.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Giving him his pads. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going goal line and running the football. Not a lot of success on that last play. Hey, bud, get back to doing what you do best. Throw the ball.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down and distances. 3rd down.
Got a lot of running room. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And the defense lets the big tight end get behind him, and you could see it. When he saw his tight end streaking down the field, he knew he had to throw it up in the air, let him go make a play. He does it. Big play for this offense.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. And the returner will be knocked down. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
Handoff from the gun. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Mustangs will punt it away on 4th down. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. On the return, it's Kane. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got a stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense probably has a chance to take it.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? Back to pass, it's high. Throws to the wideout. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. The Mustangs in the hurry-up. Going up top on 1st down. He finds his man. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Second down coming up. They'll run play action. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their third sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
Grabs it inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
But after getting stuffed on that run, you now have got 4th down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal, you try to pay this drive off, and this opportunity to put something on the board.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they'll make this decision.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Trying to find his man on first down. Get it out on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. Memphis picking up the tempo. Looking to throw, it's high. Gets it out quickly. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Kane. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. Got it in the middle. It's Lamb. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
When you're a defense, you have a choice. Do you play man or do you play zone? They sat back in zone. That might change. They might change their mind and try to switch to man here shortly in the future.
Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Might as well give it to him again. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Memphis hoping to take advantage of this red zone trip. Caught in the backfield. It's quick. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Good right down the boulevard. And the field goal ties it up here in the second quarter. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Kent State is currently ahead inside a jam-packed Dick Stadium, but the Golden Flashes have not been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by 7 over Ball State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Had to throw it before he wanted. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure coming. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Fires to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. They'll give it to the back. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he falls on top of his own fumble. Coverage was all over him before he had a chance to breathe, and they knock him down deep in his own territory. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Coming after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes the catch down the right side. Then he breaks into the open. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Memphis.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Memphis ready to kick it deep and get the second half going. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Using his legs, it's Russo. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. The Mustangs headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Still running at the 40. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
3rd and 1, you know they're running the football. It's just a matter of who's getting it and where they're going. But this offense, it really didn't matter. Nice job up front, nice execution, picking up not only the 1, making it an even bigger play and getting the first down.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Spits it out to the back. Finds space on the right. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the...
Fires toward the end zone. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. And the freshman just showed those great ball skills and snatched it right out of the air. Line gets set, first down. Running back searching for a hole. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Now the play fake. Feeling some heat. Dances away. Going to try to get it himself. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back to pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my running so I can just put some kind of hit on you. Nope. Steps out of bounds.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Trucks through the defender.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
From the gun to give, looking for room. They knock him down at the 40, but he picks up 5, and it'll be enough for a first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Now they're going to throw it. He's right on target. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo. They go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. Back to throw. It's high. Moving away from pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
It's 1st down from the 11. Caught in the backfield, it's Lamb. Good throwing catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. On 1st and goal, let's see if Memphis can get it in the end zone. They'll try to blast their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Memphis! That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace, QB making good, smart decisions, and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. The Mustangs are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his back in the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. And the Mustangs will line up to punt it away. Makes a move. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Memphis. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football, because you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. First down for the offense. Flips it out to the back. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this third quarter in style. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Montgomery. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Mustangs want to crank the tempo.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The RPO, it's complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. They'll try to get it through the air. And they can't make the play on third down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Toss to the outside. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's high. Unloads to the wideout. And the ball is intercepted. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. First down for this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. It's a fumble. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. At the 45 on his way. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying.
What a snag by the defense. He'll try to take it back. At the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. How about that D coming up with a play like that? That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And he's going to try to return this one. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
On second down, looking again to throw. pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarter.
It's complete. A huge pickup. Afterburners coming. Touchdown, SMU. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Notre Dame is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Joe Montana, this might not be over yet. They're trailing by 11 to UConn. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. He uncorks one deep. Touchdown, Tigers! And the beatdown has ensued. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And he's going to bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Looking to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Montgomery.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Makes the grab on the left. Oh, the ball's on the ground. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that...
Going for it all. Touchdown, Memphis. And the stomping has commenced. They stretch this lead here in the fourth, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now...
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. He wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
And listen, I know he just got rocked, but he held onto the football and got the first down. So when he can get up, when he has the strength to get back up, nothing to be worried about. Nice play, nice catch.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast. because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Field goal is good. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
Set to kickoff.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to sit. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And now they have enhanced their degree of difficulty on 2nd and long from the 6. Back to pass, it's high. He's got his man. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Looking for a huge play. Snags it down the right side. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. The AT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper coming on an electrifying pass play that covered 93 yards to the house. He'll bring it out. It's Montgomery. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. He's going to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to him. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Another sack on the day. This offense has to do something different. Maybe bring in more bodies, run max protection, keep more guys in the block, only send a couple guys out to run pass patterns. You got to do something different. But bottom line, you got to protect that QB.
Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Memphis.
Touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
The kickoff team is out there after that last punt return for a touchdown. Let's see if we get another big special teams play. He'll bring it out. It's Montgomery. He stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. When you know you have a team out in class, the ability to play